Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Heal Soul Life podcast. I'm your host, Felicia Grayer, founder of the Heal Soul Life Foundation. I'm extremely happy to partner with Anchor to share encouragement with you this evening. A small introduction to our foundation is to simply tell you in a nutshell what we believe. We believe in the totality of healing of the mind, body, heart, and soul. We promote healthy thinking, focusing our lens on emotional healing to gain freedom. Our clients are those seeking peace after trauma and freedom from emotional distress. Your mental health or your thinking health has to do with your ability to process information properly. However, your emotional health or expressive health has to do with your ability to express the feelings associated with the info that you've processed. To learn more, please visit our website at thehealsoullife.org to find out who we are. You can also follow us on Instagram at myhealsoullife and also on Facebook and YouTube at The Healed Soul Life. Tonight, I want to explore an especially unique topic: the poetry of biblical justice. I want to dispel the myth that God doesn't care about the injustice of the world caused by the evil of mankind. There was a point in my life that I seriously believed this. As a Christian, these thoughts didn't come to the surface until I chose to intentionally heal my own personal anger against God. I personally didn't feel like God came to my rescue. I felt that He allowed me to be hurt over and over again, and He discarded me as trash. I wondered why there was no justice for me, not others. I just simply wanted to know about me and my life. Where was the justice for Felicia? Growing up, loving God didn't stop me from feeling this way sometimes. Studying my Bible didn't always stop me from feeling this way either. Sometimes, even the antics of prayer didn't always keep me from believing that God just didn't care about the injustices in my life, or for that matter, the injustices of the world. After all, He never came to rescue me personally, right? Why should I believe that He would rescue anyone else? This, my friends, is the mindset of so many people all over the world. Not just people in general, but it's the subconscious mindset of those Christians who claim to know God for themselves. This is the mindset that plagues so many of us. And I want to share this scripture with you, and I hope that it will help. It's in Proverbs 28 and verse 5. It says, "Evil men do not understand justice, but they who long for and seek the Lord understand it fully." Now, this scripture, it highlights something very important, and I need you to catch the sensitivity of its context. To understand justice is to understand God. To understand God is to understand what it means to have a relationship with God. I can't tell you the countless number of people that I have met over the years that do not understand the simple fact that God cares about justice. The countless number of people that honestly, they just don't understand what justice is. They claim to understand it, but their actions say otherwise. Now, I can argue that I can literally judge you or your relationship with God by your response or your understanding of justice. Not only that, I can judge your relationship with God by your response or your understanding of injustice. Now, I've shared with you my testament of not truly being able to believe that God would truly come to my rescue because I felt so engulfed in the actual injustice as it was happening to me at the hands of the evil man plaguing my life at any given moment. So much so that I neglected my own relationship with God. I allowed my focus on this injustice to take my eyes off of God, the God of my salvation. I allowed my peace to be rattled, and I comfortably accepted that God was no longer coming to my rescue any longer. I needed a heart check. I needed to check my relationship with Him. With all that is happening in the world today, I want to encourage you tonight to understand 3 things about justice. Number 1, justice is a concern for peace and genuine respect for people. Now listen, there are so many scriptures that deal with justice in the Bible. One of my favorite scriptures is Psalm 89:14. And it says, "Righteousness and justice are the foundation of your throne. Loving kindness and truth go before you." Friends, don't let the enemy trick you into believing that God doesn't care about justice for you. He's still coming to avenge you. The number 2 thing about justice is to always understand that certain justices are for mankind to execute, but it must be done in God's way. Proverbs 31:9 says, "Open your mouth, judge righteously, and administer justice for the afflicted and the needy." Now, this scripture encourages justice God's way. Unfortunately, we have chosen to deliver just judgment instead of justice. The third thing to understand and really grip about justice is to know that God is concerned about our relationship with Him. He wants our relationship to reflect love for godly justice and judgment. Now, Elder Felicia, what is judgment? This is something else that we hardly understand. We don't know what judgment is. Well, a simple definition is judgment is the ability to make considered decisions or come to sensible conclusions. But what if the conclusions that we come to are clouded by erroneous thinking and a lack of relationship with God? Finally, always remember that God will avenge the world, but the world must come back to God and renew her relationship with Him. Are you ready to come back to your Father? Well, it's been such a pleasure to encourage you today. Join me next week. Again, I'm Elder Felicia with the Healed Soul Life Foundation, where we encourage you to heal emotionally through our wonderful coaching model: forgive, let go, mend, rebuild. Remember that the key to healing emotionally comes through the power of expression and self-examination. So, bro, sis, express yourself. Let's heal together. You've got so much to heal for. God bless and good night.